Hello everyone, and welcome to CIT 130 this week. This is week 9. Unfortunately, this had to be online versus in person due to sickness, and I don't want anyone else to get my sickness. Nonetheless, this will be the second time I did this lecture because the first time I pressed the power key by accident, shut everything off. So there was a lot of bombs going on there, so I had to erase that video and start from scratch again. But luckily, I have some of my designs that I don't have to redraw over. So what we're going to talk about this week is hashing. So hashing is in chapter 27 of your book. We'll talk about hash mapping. We'll talk about things that can happen with hash mapping, why you want to use hash mapping, what type of organizations that are using hash mapping, and so forth. So hashing is a way to save values. So it's very similar to working with an array. Array has elements such as 0 to 5 and so forth. And this is another way to use a specific key and have value aligned to that key. Hashing is very used across the board with Google, Facebook, Amazon, and many other companies. There's a video out there I'll include in this week's lecture. Talking about, I'll include it somewhere in this week's chapter about Mark Zuckerberg, where he goes back to Harvard. It's actually a pretty good video where he talks about using hash mapping and why, to a certain point, they had to go away from hash mapping and start using MySQL databases because of the capacity, what it wasn't able to handle. So, like anything else, you do the best you can with a principle, and then after that principle is not able to be utilized at the best, you either come up with your own methodology or your own principle, or you bridge something else in between. So the constant thing is to keep things up and running. So this week what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the operations. Operation of hashing. So hopefully I don't lose this video again. Operation of hashing. So the elements that, if I can spell it right, operation of hashing. And the reason I'm using Excel because I thought I had video and I don't. So the one value we're going to talk about is inserting. So inserting will be our key and our value. Another thing that we'll talk about is the delete. Deleting a key and the value. And lastly, we'll talk about searching for the key. Searching key and the value. Okay. So one of the things that we wanted to accomplish here, let's see if I can drag this guy over. So where did do this? Okay, cool. So we have our key right here. This is our database record, basically. And what we want to do is insert values into that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is maybe create a new sheet here. And what I'm going to do is drag the stuff that I've already accomplished in the first line. So let's see how I do this. Probably not easy. Let's copy this guy here, paste them. So sometime, right, copy this guy here. Alright, so this is Earth. I guess it almost looks like our sun, but this is our data set right here. So let me actually copy this guy here if I can. This will be perfect. Probably not. So I can copy the other stuff I can. Let's see. Copy. That didn't work, right? So we need some lines in here. So they're not perfect. Alright, so 3 lines here, and then we'll put another line down here. Perfect. Alright, so now what we want to do is just like an array. So we'll assign a value to it. I'll give it 1. This is not perfect. I'll give it 2. And then down here will be our M1 minus 1. Alright, so, oops, can't see that. Move it over. so we have these values over here, so I'm just going to show you these guys out. All right, there we go. It's not pretty. All right, so what we need to do is we need to assign values over here. So let me just grab one of these, see if I can copy one of these errors over. All right, so this is my set of data, and what I'm going to do is assign it to a location here. So let's say we assign it to this location, which is 0. I'm going to bring over another error. You notice here I'm using multiple screens. So like I said before, if you have ability to use multiple screens in software development definitely makes it better. So we'll use number 1 here. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab that same one here. We're going to assign it to value number 2. All right, so we have 0, 1, and 2, right? We have 3 different areas that we're assigning this value to. All right, so what can happen here? So let's think, for an example, let me find an example of what I'm trying to describe. Create a new window in here. Let me think of Crossroad. Let me go to Apple. Let's go to, let's see here, Pittsburgh. So let's think of Grant Street, Pittsburgh. All right, so I'm actually going to go down in the street. I'll show you what I'm thinking of. All right, let's see here. Get to a location here. This is actually perfect. This right here is a very busy section down in the city. Okay, what would happen is if this crystal truck decided to run, it's run to the green light, but this guy right here in this Mitsubishi decides to go even though he has a red light. What's that called? It's called a collision. So how is that prevented? That's the reason they have these lights here. So that prevents collisions from happening, but sometimes that doesn't help. So in programming, we have collisions, and that's actually paid. If you look on your book, on 993, 27.5, it talks about handling collisions using separate chaining. So that is what we have to use here. We have to use chaining. We have to chain some of these elements together to help us with collisions, okay? So like we have here, we have this set of data assigned to 0, this one's set to 1, this one's set to 2. So you might have multiple ones set to the same value. So let's say, for example, I drag this and we do the same guy right here, whoever that is. Oops, he's assigned to number 2 as well. So we have multiple people assigned to number 2. Then that's when we create a linked list. So it's, well, a chain. So I'm going to click on the new one here. What I'm going to do is, like I said, I've already did this once before. I'm going to go over here. I am going to hopefully grab everything I need. This is where I got cut off last time. All right. Of course not. Over here and do a paste. Perfect, perfect. Didn't think that's gonna be that great. All right, so we have the letter I right here. Okay, so let's make I a little bit big. I is pretty small there. All right, so we have the value I there. All right, so we have this main guy here, which we're gonna copy and paste over here in a second. This is our table, put our main index. So this is our main guy right here. So if we go back to sheet number 2, this is index number 2 right here. Okay, so we'll just say this is the key number, the key for number 2. If I say index, it's key number 2. That's key number 2. Now we've assigned multiple people to that key. So let me make this bigger. Try to make that bold, or try to make that black. I mean. So let's say that we had different values. So I'm going to use 23 here. I'm using, once again, I use sports figures numbers. Best basketball player ever, Michael Jordan. I'm going to use 32. Oh, come on, Jeff. Okay, we'll do 32 for Shaq or Magic Johnson, whoever. We'll do, what is, I was going to say LeBron, but he uses 23 too, so I'll do 12. That was my number. I'm nobody. And we'll do 99 here. All right. So we have these. It's not pretty. We have these different values here. They're all indexed with key number 2. So if I went over here and did the shapes, I'm going to use the some big arrows here as well. This right here. I could have this guy. Copy him. Much better like if I do this on board. Hard to do. Paste. And so what I'm accomplishing here is I'm creating a chain. So these guys are now linked together. So if I would go to figure out, hey, I'm looking for value number 32. What key is he? And they'll be like, oh, he's key 2. But then I'll have key 2 and I'll have a list of different values. So then I'll have to go through everything in a hash. So in order to find it. So like for example, like if my hash was, in this case I would have hash, whatever my hash thing is, hash 23, I would equals, so it would be hash 23 equals, and it would, let me go over to oh God, I knew that was going to happen. So I'm going to just put this, so allows me to put equals there. So I'm going to say hash 23 now equals hash 32, and then I'm going to say equals, now hash 32 equals, I'll say hash, whatever your hash is, 12, and then I'm going to say hash 12 equals 99, so we'll have hash 99, spell. Alright, so now you see here you have hash 23 equals 32, and hash 32 equals 12, 12 equals 99, and then this right here is key number 2. So what should, let's see here, everything's hashed together, but what is this right here ultimately equal? It equals I. Put that. Equals I. Why is it equal I? Because I is our main key right here. That is our main value right there. So that is a way to show you like a visual of putting everything together. So what should an ideal function, hash function do? Should map keys to a slot randomly, which it did. Assumption is, everything's going to work fine, but each key is equally likely to be hashed to any slot that is indexed in that area. And in that example, there was values that got indexed to the same slot, which then creates a key. It creates the ability to do the chaining. So that is something that you would have to do programming-wise. So this pretty much ends the demonstration of hashing. So hopefully, in this point, it has made some sense dealing with hashing. Now I know if you look at the book, it talks about handling the key section, loading the factor and rehashing a little bit, but it's kind of, to me, it's a little Dutch, I guess, to me. Doesn't explain it too well. I mean, you could kind of read through it, and to be honest with you, I looked through here and I had to come up with a different way of explaining it because I didn't think it was too straightforward, to be honest with you. There is a on page no, that's something else. My bad. So this right here is just an example of what we're talking about. So this week, what I'll do is I'll also, if you go over to the lab, I'll have an example of source code that we'll be working on with hashing, and will allow us to remove, add, and so forth. And in addition to that, we'll also have a video of the Mark Zuckerberg video. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'll talk to you. And real quick, next week we're going to, just an FYI, we're going to talk about databases. So we're going to start working with creating a database. What is a database? What's a table? Creating a table, adding some values to the table. And mainly the whole purpose of that is to write some Java code to link up to our database so that we can read the database of the values that we entered in and so forth. So we can use that within Scene Builder or even within Java FX at some point. So we'll try to tie it all together so that you have something to build off of. So if you have any questions, once again, shoot me an email. Thanks for listening. Have a good week.